this video, I will be analyzing the events that occurred in Dream's third Minecraft Speedrunner vs 3 Hunters video, the finale. I will be picking out the most important events that occur and will be either praising or criticizing Dream and the Hunters for their decisions. I will also be providing any alternatives that each party could have done instead during different scenarios that I think would have been more advantageous. Right before we head straight in though, please remember to like and subscribe, especially if you want to be reminded immediately in the future when I analyze Dream's next manhunt video. It would mean a lot to me and I hope you enjoy the video. Let's go. So right off the bat, Dream bluffs the fact that he is still waiting for the server to start up and begins obtaining resources. Even though he skips through a bit of the resource gathering, by calculating the amount of blocks he had broken plus the time it took Sapnap to show up once he realized that Dream has already started, we get around 40 seconds of head start. This allows Dream to gather lots of wood that helps him get an advantage in the early game. He is able to craft the sword to ward off the hunters, a boat to navigate the ocean, and doors for underwater breathing. Even though Dream was scared off his crafting table by George, he was able to get away fine due to the fact that he had so much wood. After a short voyage across the small ocean, Dream arrives at a shipwreck that he dives down to. He was fine with leaving his boat on the surface even if the hunters were close behind because he had the preemptively crafted doors. Doors are one of the few items left in Minecraft Java Edition that do not get waterlogged. In previous versions, blocks such as fences also provided air bubbles. I'm surprised though that the hunters reacted super slowly to Dream's Stone Age achievement, because it clearly signaled that Dream was mining already. You can see here that Dream was hesitant to pick up the cobblestone because he knew that once he gets the achievement, the hunters would be scrambling to catch up to him. Dream does almost die in this part of the video, so getting underground before George could reach him was pretty clutch. Dream is lucky that the hunters did not have a lot of extra wood, and were very uncoordinated here. He was able to use this extra time to gather essential materials such as cobblestone and iron. He kills George for his attempt to kill him and accidentally makes an iron chestplate, but that doesn't really matter because he is able to make full iron later anyways. He finds diamonds out of sheer luck and is able to craft tools for himself. I think he made the right decision here with his use of diamonds because enchanting is not really worth it with one person, and if he made any diamond armor, he would have had to drop out on either the diamond pickaxe or the diamond sword. Both of these tools are extremely important and provide a lot of value, such as the ability to obtain obsidian and the overall increased DPS of the diamond sword over the iron sword. Once Dream leaves the caves, he finds a boat and a crafting table. So he chooses to hide and ambush the hunters because he is betting that they will return to their boats. He collects sand because he knows that he will need glass and potions later in the game to get an advantage over the hunters. He manages to kill Bad Mealy, Sapnap shortly after, and begins to chase George to make sure that he sets all three of them back. In George's attempt to escape from Dream, he fumbles the Ender Pearl as it only gives him 10 to 15 blocks of blink forward. I think that he would actually have been able to get away if he threw the pearl further. Dream continues trying to cheese the hunters to get their food, but he comes close to the brink of death as the hunters are more prepared and have better swords this time. He then picks them off one by one after being able to heal a little. However, spawn was really close, so George was able to arrive when Dream finally killed Bad. As a result, Dream decided to run away instead. Dream then takes advantage of the field of view restrictions of boats and rides in the same boat as George to heal up and prevent George from attacking him. Now we're going to skip to the Nether portion. Do keep in mind that this game of Manhunt occurred in version 1.15.2, so the Nether is a temporary safe zone for Dream. One reason that Dream is able to survive so often is his parkouring skills. Right after entering the Nether, he begins traversing the terrain and demonstrating his precise movement and fast reactions. At this time, however, I don't think he knew the effects of hay bales on fall damage, but he was still able to descend quickly by breaking his fall into small pieces such that he doesn't take a lot of damage. So at the time, when many people first saw the scene, they might have thought that Dream wanted to get the gas tier to brew regeneration potions, as those are quite powerful in fights. But he actually uses it to craft an end crystal, which is an extremely powerful entity that explodes when destroyed. End crystals have an explosion power of 6, which is the equivalent of a charged creeper. Fast forward, Dream arrives at his portal location but is unable to find his portal. This is because the hunters spent all of their time building a trap around it that was really effective in preventing Dream from reaching it. The hunters then engaged, but Dream was able to knock Bad into lava. George threatens to kill Dream with a bed, but it wasn't enough as Dream was able to get away from the bed in time. He accidentally hits a zombie pigman while fighting Sapnap, which he blames on Sweeping Edge in the extra scenes video. But coming back and playing this scene in slow motion, it is evident that he just mispositioned his crosshair. Even though he was able to kill all 3 hunters, the lava-covered portal and the aggravated zombie pigmen wasted a lot of Dream's time. Especially the fact that zombie pigmen were immune to lava. They could appear through the lava surrounding the portal at any time to damage Dream. You can really see how effective the trap was if you look at the durability of Dream's pickaxe over time. It goes from lime all the way to yellow, which is quite a few hundred blocks broken. When Dream gets through the portal, it was mostly surrounded by obsidian except for 1 block, which was dirt. I do not understand why the hunters didn't place obsidian there. Maybe they couldn't find lava to do so, but if they did, it would have meant certain death for Dream. I also do not understand why the hunters didn't try to swarm Dream, even though they probably didn't know that Dream was low because he acted super confident. They should know from prior experience that if they all went in at the same time, Dream would have a lot of trouble fending them off, especially earlier in the video when Dream was trying to cheese them. Dream then waits for the hunters to begin losing him, to boat straight in the other direction so that he gets time to gather food and heal. Bad does stay on Dream's tail for a while the others were gathering resources. Dream was far ahead just enough to quickly build a nether portal to confuse Bad. However, I think if Bad thought about it logically, it would have been obvious that Dream never went through the portal. His compass was still tracking Dream and it was pointing in the same direction. I also think that George's commentary on Bad's findings also confused him a bit, and I think Bad could have figured it out himself. Another thing here, barding has not been introduced in this version of Minecraft yet, so Dream still has to go kill Enderman or trade for pearls that he needs. This wastes a lot of his time. Now here was probably the most jaw-dropping moment of the video. He engages with the hunters and waits for them to clump near him. He is then able to drop the invisibility potion on everyone. This worked especially well because all of them had the same gear. They all had iron armor, diamond swords, and shields. In my opinion, the hunters played really bad here. Not only because they could have enchanted with the at least 6 diamonds they obtained, but also because they were not able to hit Dream while he was dancing around them waiting for everyone to clump up. They were definitely taken off guard by the invisibility potion, which led to their downfall. Dream was able to kill them one by one as they were super stunned and confused by the situation. Like Sabnap said, he was super mind-boggled. Dream finds a stronghold and begins setting up his end crystal trap. This trap will forever scar the hunters in the future as they learn to become super cautious if Dream is running down a suspiciously long and thin tunnel. Dream tries to lure in the hunters by quickly popping his name tag by going into his inventory, and they fall for it. No enchantments or gear would have been able to protect them from being point blank next to the crystal. However, Dream still doesn't have enough ender eyes to go through the portal, which gives the hunters a ton of time to return to the stronghold and kill Dream. I think while completing the portal, Dream could have collected a bucket of lava to trap the end platform. It doesn't matter where the platform would have spawned, if he placed a block of lava in the middle of the platform, he would have been able to kill, if not slow down, the hunters significantly as they tried to deal with the fire and regenerate. During the end fight, Dream took advantage of his strength and swiftness to kill the hunters. However, the hunters did an absolutely excellent job at whittling down his armor and preventing Dream from coming close to regenerating back to full health. Even when all 3 of them died, Dream was holding his shield and surrounded by Endermen. To be honest, even if Bad didn't ultimately kill Dream, I still think that he would have died from the Enderman, especially due to the fact that he wasn't healing and he only had half a heart left. He had no helmet and the Ender Dragon could have swooped down at any time. I honestly don't think he could have won in any way. Overall though, I still think that Dream had a perfect game here, even though he died in the end to bad. He played exceptionally well and made little to no mistakes, while proving his mastery of combat, parkour, and Minecraft speedrunning in general. There were little things that the hunters could have done to make their gameplay much better before the last end fight, but they were still able to pull through and defeat Dream. Honestly, if I were to rank every single Manhunt 3v1 video that has been released at the time of recording of this video, I would say that this was probably the best Manhunt 3v1. The music fit each event that occurred super well. There were many situations where Dream came very close to the brink of death, and he was still able to introduce fresh and astonishing strategies that were not just gimmicks. I will be the first to admit that this is one of Dream's Minecraft Manhunt videos that I have watched multiple times, just to enjoy the sheer gameplay perfection. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It only takes about 2 seconds, and it would mean a lot to me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.